Hi, how is everyone? Doing good. Today's day 3. Feeling pretty good. Had a pretty good day and fairly uneventful. I had to see my doctor today, and I had met up with a friend today and had coffee. And I actually have friends to talk to on the phone now, which is really cool. Like, I made some girlfriends and good friends, and able to talk to you on the phone and laugh. And, like, I laughed so hard today that my stomach hurt, which is different. It's kind of different for me to laugh. Like, you don't laugh a lot in active addiction, and it feels really good. So I had so many things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today, but I'm just going to see what comes out. One thing I did want to delve into a little more is about the Sublocade and how I feel on it. And I'm going to start by talking about the Suboxone and how it made me feel and the effects it had on me. While on Suboxone, I always had a feeling of being like a little buzzed. Like I would take it and feel tired, and I kind of like that, and and then I would just kind of feel high, kind of not, but it wasn't enough to satisfy my cravings to get high. And as a matter of fact, I think it made my cravings worse. Because and I don't know about you, but like anytime I'm a little bit high, I always, if it's not my drug of choice, I always want my drug of choice. Like, nothing's good enough for me until I get what I really want, which is, heroin when I use. But I have to tell you, I have absolutely no cravings on Sublocade. Like, my doctor would always ask me, are you having cravings when I was on the Suboxone? And I would say no, because I'm not supposed to. I'm on Suboxone and it's supposed to be helping me. But honestly, I was having cravings, and I did want to use every day on Suboxone. And today, and I've been doing this the last few days, I stop and I ask myself, do you want to use right now? And I can honestly say that no, I don't want to use. I don't have the desire to use. I like the way I feel. I don't feel the need to get high. And another thing is, in the end, when I was getting high, I was not getting high to feel high and have fun. I was getting high to not feel bad. If that makes any sense. Like, I was getting high to not feel like the fear that I always felt, and the anxiety, and the shame that I had from getting high, and the sense of like just something bad's gonna happen, and just a black cloud that I always felt like I was living in a haze of just darkness. And for like 10 minutes after getting high, I didn't feel that. And so that's why I got high. But I don't feel that way on the Sublocade. What I feel is an even steady flow of an underlying sense of all is well. And I really do. I feel no desire to get high and no desire to feel different than I feel right now. I like how I feel. I feel secure. I feel safe. I don't feel afraid. And that's big stuff for me. That's huge for me. And now I feel like, since I don't feel all of those feelings that I was trying to cover up, now I can move forward with my life. I can move forward to getting a job, and I can move forward to having friends, and I can move forward to rebuilding a relationship with my daughter, my granddaughter. And my life is pretty darn good. Like, I had a moment on the bus today in the rain that I'm pretty satisfied. I'm pretty happy with my life. Like, and it's not great. If you looked at my life from the outside, a lot of people would probably be depressed by the way my life looks. Like, I thank God I have a great friend that I met 15 years ago in AA. He was letting me stay in his home, and I have my own bedroom, and it's not the Ritz, but I fixed it up as my own, and I made it a little home for me, and I'm very comfortable here, very comfortable staying here, and I don't have to pay rent, which is pretty awesome. Like, that's awesome. And I'm able to think clearly, these days. And I feel like I'm actually a part of the real world again. When I'm out in public, I don't feel a disconnect from society anymore. I don't feel like they're over there and I'm over here. They're in that world and I'm in this world. This hell I've created for myself. And I don't know I think anybody who's been in active addiction would understand, or even people who suffered from depression would understand what I'm saying. I didn't feel like I was there with them. I felt like I was somewhere, other than in the real world. But I feel like I'm a part of it today. Like, I talk to people, I smile at people, I laugh and joke, and I'm having a really good time being a human being, with flaws and all. So I make a lot of mistakes, and I say I'm sorry a lot. But I'm just glad that God let me live. My higher power let me live to, have another shot at this life. I've lived like probably 5 lives in this lifetime. And some people would say that's a bad thing, but I think it's kind of cool. I've had a chance to experience all different sides of life. And I'm just grateful that I'm alive and I can continue to experience life and continue to try to help people with my experiences. So one thing that I'm going to do is I made a list of things that I wanted to do and I was using and that I couldn't do because I was using. And I'm going to start knocking them off the list. So here's the list. This is my list. And my handwriting is awful. But I don't know if you're going to be able to see that because it's backwards. Oh boy. I'm challenged, technically. Okay, so number 1 on the list is the Cleveland Art Museum. It's my very favorite place in the whole world, and I'm going there tomorrow, and I'm going to make a video while I'm there tomorrow. And so if you guys like the art museum, you can kind of go with me on a little field trip. I want to walk on the beach. The Rockefeller Greenhouse is the greenhouse in Cleveland, and it's totally free, and it's beautiful, and it's like one of the hidden secrets of Cleveland, so I love it there. The Lakeside Cemetery, which sounds kind of gloomy, but it's not. It's a beautiful cemetery in Cleveland, and like Rockefeller's buried there, James A. Garfield's buried there. There's all kinds of like rock stars, and it's just really like cool little place in Cleveland, and it's beautiful. They've got ponds and they've got a chapel, and it's really beautiful. And I'm gonna go there. Not all tomorrow. These are things in the next couple of weeks I want to do. And the last thing that I want to do is volunteer at Playhouse Square or the Cleveland Public Theater. And Playhouse Square in Cleveland we have a little theater district, and it's one of the theaters, and I wanted to try to volunteer there doing something, maybe an usher. And the Cleveland Public Theater is kind of like a nonprofit theater project in Cleveland. I think it's a nonprofit, but they do some great work with like grassroots stuff. So I would like to try to volunteer there. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that I want to accomplish in the next couple weeks. So I'm going to be held accountable to it through YouTube. So I just wanted to say that I had some moments of being happy, which is like, what the heck? Like, I had some real moments of like, I feel happy. And I know happy is like a secondary emotion and it's fleeting, but I'll take it, I'll take it. And I think happiness comes from feeling well all the way through your soul, and that's when you feel well through your soul, you get happiness. And I'm feeling pretty well through my soul the last week. So I think I covered most of what I wanted to talk about. I was so mad. I made a video before this that I thought was just fabulous. I thought it was like the best one I ever made and everything. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to nail it. I erased it by accident. So I think that my higher power is like, calm down. you're not that good. And maybe I said some things I shouldn't have said it. And I don't know. I wasn't trying to offend anybody. but maybe it just wasn't supposed to be put out there. So this is a video that came out. Please, 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 if anybody has any questions about anything, you know, or comments, please leave them for me or email me. I'd be so glad to chat with you about anything, sobriety or life, or, you know. I just want to say one more thing, and that's if you want to get sober, you can get sober. If you have the desire to be sober, you can get sober, whether you want it, whether you feel like it or not. And 3 months ago, I wanted to kill myself, and it was a viable option. And today, I don't. Today is so different. Today is like, I'm really happy to be alive. And if you feel like that, you know, just hold on for one more day. Hold on for one more day, because things change so quickly when you make the decision to reach out for help and to change your life. Things change so quickly, you know, and life is worth living. It really is. And even if you feel like you can never get away or get out of where you are, it's not true. It's your disease lying to you and telling you that you're never going to change. You're, whatever it is, you're a failure. You're not. You know, you have a disease of addiction, and you didn't ask for it. So I just want to say, if you want to get sober, do everything that you in your power to reach out for help, whether it be through Sublocade or Suboxone or the 12 steps. There's a million ways to get sober, you know, and you know, just do it. You're worth it. You know, and I needed someone to tell me that 3 months ago, and luckily I met my doctor and she did it for me. But I just wanted to say to anybody who doesn't feel worth it, you're worth it. You know, your life is worth it. And if it wasn't, you wouldn't be here. You know, so we know how it goes with people like us, and you know, if you had no purpose and you weren't worth it, you wouldn't be here. So you're here, and you do. So give it a shot. Just ask for help, and just watch it. The amazing things unfold. So thanks for listening. And like I said, email me if you have any questions or comments, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.